So, good morning, team. I'm so glad that you're here with us and you may be watching this recording, but I wanted to give you a simple tool that I've created to just pull some of this information together. We've been through a lot the last couple of months, probably the last couple of years, and it can be a bit confusing of where do we go to find the things that we need, right? And what resources are the most necessary when it feels like there's a lot of websites and there's a lot of videos and there's a lot of information out there. So I just in my own brain, I realized I was pulling things together that I use over and over again. Um, and that's kind of how I make order of chaos is creating a system. And so I was like, oh, I think I've been wanting to do this for a while. And I had two new team members this month, and just seeing things from their point of view, I was like, definitely we need a better resource to be able to help them. So a lot of us are using boards already, and we're on the Campbell team board. And that has a ton of information, which is fabulous. Like I use that board. I love it. It's our go-to if we need a video on a specific topic, if we need information, it's in boards, and I will direct you guys back to that a lot. But for those of you that are newer, or maybe you've stepped out for a while and you want to just kind of feel like you're getting caught up again with Juice Plus and you just want the basics, I feel like this resource is really going to be that for all of us. And I'm finding myself going to that resource now over the different places I was saving things. So now it's just all in one place. So we will talk a little bit more about what boards is overall, but that's the link I created or sent to you was something that I made on boards. And this is an app that you can download for free, and you can get one access to one board for free without having to pay for it. So I used a function within boards called pages, and think of it as like a website page. And so all of the links that are in this page I'm going to show you guys, um, anyone can use them. They don't have to be on boards. And so I thought that was really important for any of our newer team that may not be ready for boards, like to put them into the Campbell team boards because it's a lot of information. Think of boards, that app is like a filing cabinet that holds, that has different drawers, that have different dividers, that have different files, that have different papers in there. So it's everything we need, but it's more than what we need as well. So we're just going to use what we do need, and I pulled that together in this one link. So that link was sent to you guys, and I named it All Things Juicy, just kind of being fun. But that's what this looks like. So this is a page you can send somebody this page by copying the link that I sent to you. You could tap on the search bar up at the top, or not the search bar, but just the bar at the top. You could copy and paste it that way. You could also send it with this little box that has an arrow in the upper right hand corner. You could click on that and then you could send it to somebody. So you can email it to someone, you could text it to somebody, you could send them the link via Facebook Messenger. But everyone will be using this boards. For those of you getting restarted, for those that maybe had stepped out a bit, feeling a bit confused, those that are brand new, I really think that this is going to help simplify what information they need. So we're just going to go through each of these real quick, and then I'm going to deep dive into them. And I'm sure you're going to have some questions. So if you do have questions, go ahead and type in the message. Or if I'm not seeing it and you really need me to stop and go back, unmute yourself and we can talk through. If it's something very personal, like specific to you, hold on, and at the end, we can get back into the conversation. But I'm wanting to record this for the team that wasn't able to be on, so we'll keep it a little bit more generic for the recording. Okay, so first we have partner startup. So this is for a brand new partner coming in. What do they need to do, and what do you need to do to help them as their upline? How would you be directing them? And it's really important for us to understand, like, we don't build a business with Juice Plus without building a team. And a team is what multiplies your effort, it multiplies your time, it multiplies so many aspects of our business. And so if we're just getting customers, we're really holding ourselves back. And I've noticed within, the last probably last year, our number of team members that we're bringing on has just gone down and down and down. And that concerns me for you guys because I want you to have significant paychecks where you can pay for your Juice Plus and you can have extra money to pay some bills or do whatever you want with that money. And until we're getting team members again, we're just not going to see that level of excitement and success the same way. And I really was thinking, okay, what's causing that? Why would people not be inviting to join the team? And then I was like, well, why would that be? Why would that be? Why would that be? And I just kept answering back, going back and back and back and digging deeper. And I realize it's a lot of just, if I don't know what to do, how would I teach somebody else? So I don't know if you guys are feeling that way. If I'm lost, how would I show somebody else the direction of where to go? If I'm not confident, how would I lead someone else? And I do understand that mindset. It really can permeate our thoughts and hold us back. And so I'm hoping that this resource will help you guys with that, that you will know, okay, I am either a new partner or I have a new partner. This is where I'm going to gather information to take to them to help them get started up. Or I'm at this position, I want to move to this one. This is the information I would need to be able to do that. So, that's what that first one is. The second one is current events and incentives and sales. So this is the new rhythm of the company. They're going to have a new sale every month with Juice Plus. That wasn't the way we did things before, but with the new team in place, the new leadership, that's something that's important to them. And so it's going to be a rhythm. So if there's a new sale and you're not plugging in or you don't know where to find it, you can feel like, wait, I missed out on that. I didn't tell my team about that. I didn't let my customers know about that. And then once we start feeling like we're behind, it's easy to shut down, kind of shrink back. So this is where I will keep all of the incentives that the company's doing for us as partners, meaning for our business, and then also sales for products for our company is offering our customers, and then current events that we can invite to, and then even the recordings to those. Next would be Juice Plus resources. So this is going to be videos that you would send to somebody, images, order forms, the basics like that. Website tutorials is where we're going to spend the most of our time today. And then, and I'll come back to that. And then partner trainings. So these are some trainings that I've done and that I've pulled together, I think are helpful for new team and those jumping back in. And then what systems can we tap into that make this a doable process we can keep going with our business? And then how do we stay connected? Then here at the bottom, you can text me with that. You can just push that button. It will send me a text message. And then if you wanted to book a coaching session with me one-on-one and go over this or anything else with your business, I would be more than happy to do that. That's actually something I do for people in other teams. I charge them for my time to do that. And of course, I would never charge you guys for my time. So that's a link to book a session with me for free. And it will go to my Calendly. It already has my calendar up of what's available for me. And then you can join in. So, I mean, you can pick the time that works for you. Okay, let's start with partner startup. And again, this is great because somebody can use this even if they don't have boards. They don't have to have boards. They can just click on this link and this page is going to show up. So we have come join us. This would be something for a new person. Maybe it's a customer, someone who's interested in the business. You're just wanting to send them some information. Now, this one links back to me because it's my page. You can take this information and you can create your own page if you wanted to for those that are using boards and paying for that service. But you can also send them here. If they happen to sign up on my page, then we just move them to you. It's not a big deal, but at least they're connected to our team. And we can, I will see when I have a new team member. If that's not somebody I know, then I will reach out to everyone and say, hey, who is this gal? Or I will send that person a message. It won't be a big deal if we need to move them over to you if they happen to use this link. So This is what I sent to a new person who was a return customer from years ago. And then she ordered in January with the reset special. And then she was asking about becoming a team member. So I sent her this page. So it's sort of the basics of who this partnership is for. How does it work? It has a video that I did. It's a little outdated, but it's the best I have right now to send someone. And we've gotten good feedback on it. And then this is our family's journey. So this person would already be familiar with Juice Plus. They would have already watched basic Juice Plus videos. This is just to give them a little bit deeper understanding of who the company is and the mission that we're on. So this is what I would send to someone. Again, you can send them pieces of this. You could, like any of these pages, you can screenshot it with your phone. You could just, you know, snapshot like that on a computer screen, and you could send them just that part if you wanted to. Any of these pages, if the whole page is too much, then you can just send it to them in chunks. And then always a video that's in here, you can click on the three little dots, you do share, and you could send them just this video if you wanted to, or you could send them this whole page. Again, anything in here, the little upper right hand corner has the box with the arrow. If you clicked on that, then I could choose if I wanted to email it, message it, if I just want to copy that and send it to someone, that's available. Or you can do the bar up at the top, copy, and then paste that into a message. So you can do that with your phone or the computer. So this would be somebody who's thinking about joining us as a partner. Okay. And then next would be Partner Plus. So somebody who's already joined as a partner, now they're working towards Partner Plus. This was what we would send to them. So again, you can send all of this or you can send part of this. You can send pieces of it as next steps by just copying this and then sending them just a piece of it, or you can send this whole page that they would scroll back up to. But they have to set up their back office as new partners. They have to go in and put in their social security number, their banking information. And if they don't do that, they don't get paid. And so you want to make sure you help them do that. So how do you do that? How do they do that? If they click on this link there, it's going to show them the exact instructions of how to set up that back office. And then talking about placing orders. And then this link will take them to the board that we're going to go over here in a minute that shows them how to place orders. And then as they start to share their excitement, who do they want to talk to? And then these are the two videos that I send to everyone. Here's when they're ready to order, they're going to build a cart and the instructions are there. And then tracking their progress to Partner Plus. Now, again, this is a lot to just send somebody that's new and you just expect them to do all of these things. It doesn't work that way. People need some direction, they need some hand holding, they need steps at a time so that they don't see all of this and think, well, I don't have time for this right now. And so they just shut down. You can send them this link and then you say, we're just going to go through it piece by piece together. And then you help walk them through that. But this is where you're going to learn how does somebody get to Partner Plus? What do they need to have to get to that promotion? When you do it yourself, you're much more confident as you teach it, and as you teach it is really where you learn it the best anyway. So use this as a guide. Again, you can copy and paste pieces and parts of it, or you can send the whole thing and then you guys just walk through it together on Zoom or in person. And you'll have some team members, they totally get it. They just look through this, they click through the links, they read it, and they're fine. But most people need a little bit more hand holding and redirecting back to this resource. So that's what that is in there. And if you're like, I don't even know what Partner Plus is, then this is your place that you would read through and you would learn what that looks like. Okay. And then there's a new launch this week for a partner success box. I just kind of put it in here the other day. I wasn't sure exactly where to put this information. I've got it in a couple places because it's new, but new team members starting as of I forget what date. I think it was the 23rd, start getting a new welcome pack, and they will get some samples and some cards that are like a info card on those products. So that's kind of cool. And then we can also buy a box for $99, and it would have all of these samples and those cards. So that's something to keep in mind. That's a new thing. And then to QSC. So once somebody is already a Partner Plus and they're moving to QSC, this is what we would direct them to, and we would be helping them. So it tells you what orders they have and what they need next to be able to fill in this whole sticky note sheet, and who to share with, what to say, and then, of course, connecting to a resource, and then how to share on social media. So if you're unsure about those things, this is where you would come back to. So QSC is next. And then once they're QSC qualifying our business to earn that extra bonus money, this would be all of the information on that. And you can come back at any time to look at those for yourself. Maybe that's where you're at. So think of that section of boards as partner setup. Startup is like actually getting to the different promotions, getting started, helping a team member get started, and again, piecing piece by piece of information that they need. So, helping to get a partner to the next level is not a passive, um, like where you just send a link and then they just sign up and then they just know what to do. There's, training. Think about any job that you've ever done and you've gotten hired for a new job. You have to get training for that, right? And you have like one-on-one training where you shadow somebody. That's the same way with a partner. We really hold their hand and walk them through that and do this with them. And it's why the company pays you the same bonus money they pay the new person, because they understand it takes time to help them get started. Okay, next, let's go to current events, incentives, and sales. And this is just what's happening right now. If we clicked on this week's events to invite to, this is going to take us to our team Facebook page. This is where Sharon and Doug have this whole page for us. And Doug does this each week. So I'm just going to link this back to the work he's already done. And all of the flyers are in here. So you could click on any of these flyers, you could save it to your computer or to your phone, and then you would send it to somebody to invite them to. Obviously, nobody can invite to 10 different events in a week. That's not the point. He's just putting all them in that he has seen this week, and then we get to pick the one that we are most excited about. And this looks like a great one. This is tonight at 7:30 Eastern, so that would be 5:30 New Mexico time. And it's a chiropractor and a pharmacist, and they're speaking. I think it's going to be fabulous. I love Melissa. She's super funny and she's a great presenter. So this would be one that you could watch yourself, but the magic is in getting other people to watch it with you. So making sure if you're excited about it, then you will invite well to it, and you can invite your team, you can invite your customers, you can invite people you've been talking to about Juice Plus. I love events because it's a reason to swing back around to those conversations, and just pick one that you want to invite for that week and then send that to them. He's got the pass Zoom ID number, the passcode, like everything here in one place, which is really nice. And that's what that's going to link back to each time. So keep that in mind. That's what is in this week's events to invite to. And then corporate is going to have a rhythm. Each month, they're going to do 3 different events for us in the field, and these are events that they run. So they get the speakers, and there will be a kickoff call, and then a prospect event. So you can come and learn about the health, or like about Juice Plus, and it'll be an excellent talk. This one was fabulous. This was Dr. Miles and Jamie Kinsey. I actually used their recording as a watch party and invited some new people I had been talking to, and they all loved it too. So you can use this again to invite your people to, and then there'll be a field training call. So these have already happened. As soon as she updates it for May, it's going to be the May dates in here. So Stacy Whitmer is the one that's updating that from corporate, which is really nice. So that's what that is. If you're like, what was the corporate call? Where was that Zoom link? That's where you're going to come into. Event replay links, if as we get some of those recordings, I will put them in here if they got a lot of accolades, like if people loved them, then I will put those recordings in here. I won't be able to catch them all, but if there were some that were really good, we'll put those replay links in there, especially the ones from corporate, but they're pretty delayed. Sometimes we don't get those for a couple of days, so just kind of know that. Ruidoso Bootcamp, June 21st. This is this year. We're going to be doing a boot camp, or probably it should have been called like a super Saturday. It's 1 day of training, June 21st in Ruidoso, New Mexico. It's only $40 to come to this training. We've got some great speakers. Kevin Sulzer is coming from Atlanta, Georgia to speak for us. And then Amy Getz is going to be recording a message for us because she has two grandbabies that are being born like that week. And she was like, I can't leave, but I want to contribute. So lodging information, you get $100 off a night for being part of the Juice Plus group. So you want to get those reserved. And here's the location, information about Ruidoso. If you want reminders, text reminders from me, and we have a Facebook page with all the information. The flyer, I will be updating this as Brittany Myers is no longer going to be able to join us due to some issues that her daughter has. And then fun options for Saturday night. It really is going to be fun. We're going to this Flying J Ranch, and you can buy your tickets for that at the bottom. And then if you want to register for the boot camp, you would do it here. Register for $40 per person. So that is June 21st. This is just our team, and then other people from New Mexico that are on other teams but are going to be joining in as well. For those of you that don't live by us, it's a great way to come back. Like I know Alyssa's on here. You can come back and visit family, and you get to write off your whole trip as a tax write-off because you would be coming back for a Juice Plus event. So your hotel, your airline tickets, your gas, your food, all of that would be able to be written off. So there's some really good benefits to that. Okay, so next let's go to business incentives. Right now we have the Strive for Five, and this is 5 new customers that order superfood powders, and the company's giving you $500 plus your paycheck. It's crazy good, and it lasts until April 30th. So don't feel like you don't have, it's too late. I haven't gone into activity. There's no way I could do it. As I started putting information out, I got like 4 orders within a couple of days. So just put the information out there. If you're like, well, I wouldn't know how to do that. Guess what? I did a video for you on Monday morning, and then here's some great information from Doug that just gives you an idea of how to post or what to talk about, and some just excellent talking points. So you definitely don't want to miss that. And then also, of course, that new box information is there as well. And then current product promotions. Right now, I know there's going to be a whole different sale in May, and you guys are going to want to pay attention to that because it'll be awesome for our customers too. But if they want, if you want Luminate at a 20% off sale to the end of this month, you would use the password Clarity20. So this is where I will put the information for those new product promotions, product sales. Okay, so that's under the current happenings on that board there, current events. Next would be Juice Plus resources. So again, images, you can right click these, save the image to your download. You could save it on your phone. You could screenshot them on your phone, and you could send those to people if you wanted to. There's some order form options here. Gloria had a great idea at their last event. They printed this on one page, and they on the side of the page, and then on the other they did this clinical research summary. It was beautiful. And then they just had them circle the product that they want, and then they build them a cart for that. And so that's also what I was doing with this order form. It doesn't have a place for them to put their credit card information because that's not something we need anymore because they will be placing their own order through a link we build for them. Just some of the popular videos, a research summary, and then I put the complete recipes and again, information on this new box that we can buy, the builder box, and then how do you find that? Okay. So that's under Juice Plus resources. We'll come back to website tutorials, partner trainings. Just real quick, I'll show you this. On Monday mornings, I do this for anybody that's in the company, and it's called DMO Pro. And these are some of the recordings I took out of there that I felt went along with if we were training a new partner, getting them started up. So starting new conversations, effective at selling. How do we move the conversations forward? How do we close the sale? This is a fun one, 10 ways to deflate your story, kind of off of that movie, like 10 ways to lose a guy. I forget what the title of that is. That's fun. Events, using social media, a business mindset, embracing and overcoming objections, inviting to your team. So if you feel like I don't really know what to do in any of those things, that those trainings are great for you to come back and watch, and you could direct them, your new team member, to them. You could watch them with your new team member. It's a great way to get some information that's relevant to our business. And if you want to join us on Monday mornings for those trainings, just text the word DMO to this number here. That's my project broadcast number that you guys get messages from me. And there's the information for Zoom. And then if you want to buy a DMO planner, that is there at the bottom. So that's a tracking system to keep track of the conversations you're having. And then systems and connections. There's a couple of links in that other board that are in some of those other pages that are going to link back to this. But Monday mornings, there's the DMO Zoom with me. On Mondays, Sharon and Doug have a lunch and learn that you can join in. There's our team Facebook page. There's our customer Facebook group. We have boards, which again, if you want the Campbell team board, you have to put boards on your phone and the app, and then you would click on that to join that board. And you can join one board for free. That's why this is working well, because this is a page within board. So you can click on pages without having to pay for them. But if you want access to the whole board, there is a feed from the boards app. And you can also access that on your computer. Voxer is a way that we communicate. It's like carrying us around in your pocket, and it's a great way to stay connected to everything because we get messages throughout the day. You can personally ask me or Gloria or your upline questions, and as you're talking to people, you're going to have questions. So it's a great way to get that support, information on the DMO planner. And as you start to build a team and have a considerable amount of customers, I highly suggest Project Broadcast. So like this morning, I sent a message to all 200 and something, 294 team members in one text message where I would never be able to copy paste, copy paste, copy paste to send it to all of you guys. But through Project Broadcast, I have all of my team in there, and I'm able to automate that message to send to you and to stay connected, which I think is really an important aspect during this time. I can stay connected to my team and to invite to an event, or I have hundreds of people I've spoken to. Again, there's no way I'm going to keep them all in my head and be able to copy paste an invite to them, but I can quickly send out one text message that goes to everyone individually, which is really nice. And so that's Project Broadcast. You can click on that to learn more. And I say we have very few business expenses. I look at my husband's business and the amount of material he has to buy, and he has employees, and he has to pay the mortgage on the building they're in and the electricity. Like the overhead is extensive, where we don't have that with our business. We have very little. So of course we love all the tax write-offs we can find. Project Broadcast is minimal. The DMO planner is $25 to have that system. Voxer is $3 if you want to be able to recall messages or save the messages. Boards, I think, is $6 a month. Like it's so minimal. And these are systems that really make this business duplicatable, where people are not duplicatable. Personalities are not duplicatable, systems are. And these are some of the ones that I have found to be the best at helping me just continue to move forward. So that's what those systems are. Okay, I will pause there before we go to the website tutorials. Again, if it's specific to one of these things, go ahead and ask. If it's specific to you, let's wait until the end when we've stopped the recording. But does anyone have any questions on what I've covered so far? All right, well, let's keep going then. Website tutorials. This is probably the one that you're going to want to dig in the most and get familiar with, especially if you've stepped back for a while. And then you, again, will want to be able to lead your new team well. We have just our juiceplus.com is where you log in as a customer into your own personal Juice Plus orders and to your accounts. That's where you're going to edit your orders or place orders for yourself. And juiceplus.com is where your customers are going to activate their accounts and they're going to manage their own orders as well. We don't manage anyone's orders, just like we don't manage somebody's order that they place on Amazon or any other website, right? I don't have my mom's login information and I change her orders that she's placed for makeup on some site. She does that. It's her username and password. It's the same concept. And so they're ordering from the company directly. They don't order from us or really even through us. We are the arm of the information and the connection. We're the marketing arm of Juice Plus. As we share our story, we see the need in somebody, but they order from the company directly from them. We're just going to help facilitate that order by sending them links to carts, and we're going to get to that. But that's on juiceplus.com. You also have your landing page. Once you have that set up, it'll be your first name.juiceplus.com or your whole name. Mine is stacyturner.juiceplus.com. And then you have the back office, and this is where we look at our business numbers. We can see our customers, their next ship dates. We can see our partners' orders. We can see our partners' information. There's nothing to manage here because we don't add a partner here. We don't add customers here. This is just where we're able to see the numbers and the information. So just keep that in mind. That's different than what our virtual office was. But the back office is where we're just looking at numbers. We're looking at information for our customers and you're pulling reports and that sort of thing. So let's just start walking through these. Every customer, if you have had, I'm sure you guys have all already activated your customer account, but when you have a new customer, they need to activate their customer account and they should, I take that back. A new customer, as they place their order, they are prompted to put in a username and password, and that is their activation. But if you have a customer that has ordered before September 1st, they have to go in and activate their account so that they can manage it. And so this is what I would send somebody to help them do that. Again, I could send them this whole page. I can copy and paste this. I can send this whole thing by screenshotting all of this and send it to them. But this is where they would be able to gather to get into their account and be able to manage their information. So managing their orders would be right here. So once they're in there, what do they do? So once you're logged into your customer account, you click on the view card subscriptions. I'm a visual person, so I made a visual for you or for your team. It's right here. It says view card subscriptions. They click on that, then they click on the ID number. And each order has a different red ID number that you have to click on to get into the details of that. Then they can click on the manage button and then they can manage the order specifically, or at the very bottom, they can cancel the order if they want to. But all of that information is there. Again, copy and paste piece by piece if you want to. You could go over this with them. You could send them this whole page, and then they can track their order with the Shop app because the back platform of this website is Shopify. And so you've probably ordered other things through Shopify platform-based websites and maybe didn't know it, but if you do the Shop app, it tracks all of your orders from anything. Like I just got a confirmation for some mascara that I had bought that it had been delivered, and it was through the Shop app. So the same thing is, this is how your customers will track their orders. So same thing, you could just screenshot this and just send that to a new customer and let them know to download the Shop app, and then they would be able to track their order. They don't shop on this app, they don't order on this app, they don't contact Juice Plus through this app. This is just an app that takes Shopify type websites, and then they use the same platform to track all of the orders of anything that's bought on any Shopify website. So I hope that makes sense for you there. Let's say placing orders and building carts. So you have your landing page, which is your personal landing page. So it's yourname.juiceplus.com. The information is kind of typed out in there. Here's an order form to gather information. You can send people to your landing page. If they click on that first, that ties their computer cookies to your website, and it will say you are shopping with Stacy Turner, or it should say your name. And then building carts here. So this is how you would build a cart for somebody to order a specific product. And we want to make sure that they are making a cart or making an order. If they're doing the complete, send them a cart for complete and they order that. If they're ordering the trio, then send them a cart for that, and have them place separate orders, because we can't edit a specific order by changing the products in that order. The way the Shopify platform works, it doesn't have that capability. So if they wanted to adjust it later, they're going to have to cancel it anyway. So it just makes more sense to place each of those things individually so that they can adjust that one order as needed. So that's building carts information there, and then how to do a healthy starts cart. So healthy start is where an order is connected, a free product is connected to an adult order. And that's a little bit different. I know it looks like a ton of steps, but I just put every single one in there specifically so that you guys would not miss any of them. And this is really important as you starting to add the product to the cart. Before you can do that, you have to do accept terms of agreement, and then you can start selecting the product for the adult and the child. And then then you just view the cart, click share this cart, you enter your email address to share that cart, you create a link, and then you send that link. And I'm going to go over that actually in person with you guys, but I just wanted you to see this is where you're going to find information about placing orders for yourself, and then how you would help your prospect place an order for themselves. And then lastly, there's back office basics, and then there's back office advanced. So I'll just click on this basic so you can see where you log in, and then you can see the information by using these different forms or different categories to knock it down to the information specific to what you need. And there's like Report Center is probably where we get the most of the information right now, but then you've got some, piece by piece of what to do. And then there's a video, how do you find your upcoming orders for your customers? And I'm going to walk you guys through that versus just putting it here. But I think, again, this is where you're going to come back to find that information. And I won't go on the back office advanced because I don't think we really need that information today. So that is the website tutorials that we have so far. And the partner training, all of those we've already gone through. So again, this is one page that has all of that information, and I will be updating it as new info comes in. So I really hope that that is helpful to you guys. I'm going to stop the recording